Good morning, everybody. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad to be in our midst this morning. What a perfect way to start my morning. My name is Cynthia Mama, by the way, and I'm going to be with you guys for a short while. I must admit, it's really weird talking on a video without anybody answering me. Like, I would have preferred a Zoom call where I get to people get to ask me questions, I get to ask questions, I get to know that you guys are really hearing me. But just talking to myself is really weird. But guess we just have to make do with what we have. Okay, so my name is Cynthia Mama, by the way, and I'm going to be with us for about 10 minutes to talk about a topic I so much love. When my lovers contacted me to inform me that I'm going to be speaking to you all about this topic, I had two options. One was to prepare. Like, normally if you speak outside, public speaker, you know that when you get a speaking engagement, the first thing you do is to make research about the topic, know the person you're going to be talking to and all that. Okay, but then I was meant to browse, prepare myself before coming out, because if you only don't know your onion, you can't eat your suya. Okay, I was going to do all that, but then I promised myself something. I said this topic is really realistic. This topic is talking to you and I. I don't need to go to Google to bring up people who have to say. I don't need to go to internet to ask people their opinion, then come and feed us with the same thing. I'm going to be talking from my experience, from what is happening in the world today, from what is happening in Nigeria, from my personal experience. So stay tuned with me for a period of time, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay? So I'm going to be talking on how equipping the African kids with digital skills can empower them to be successful entrepreneurs early. If this was a live section, I would have probably asked what you understand by digital skills, entrepreneurs, African kids, maybe. I would have asked those questions, but these are pre-recorded videos. Even if I ask, I'm not going to get an answer. So I'm just going to proceed. Okay? So the topic once again is how equipping the African kids with digital skills can empower them to be successful entrepreneurs early. By digital skills, we're talking of tech skills, we're talking of digital markets, we're talking of code, we're talking of website design. All of them are digital skills, things that you do online. If you're watching this video right now, I want to answer me sincerely. In as much as this is not a live section, I want to believe I'm talking to you. Yes, you that is watching this video, I'm talking to you. We're just having a personal interaction, okay? With the way things are going in the world, in Nigeria at large, do you still believe in white collar jobs? Do you believe that what they teach our kids in school can offer them a good life? Do you believe that the mathematics, physics, English, chemistry, physical and health education that they teach your children in school, they teach our kids in school, they teach us in school, is going to make them to become the generational leaders we're looking for? Do you believe that? I want to answer yourself sincerely. If you check it well, you know that all of us know the answer. We know the world has moved from the level of what you read in school, what you know or what you think you know, to what can you offer. Don't come and preach to me that I have a first class in computer science. When I give you a website to create for me, can you create it? Are you getting me? So these are the kind of things we should be thinking for our children. So I was so glad when Malove talked about this topic, because there's this ideology, or there's this perception I always have, that when you catch them young, when you teach, you inculcate the necessary values in kids at the earlier age, and they tend to make all the mistakes they have to make from now till probably they are at a certain age. They still have a lot of time to be the best one. I studied chemical engineering, but most things I've done that gave me money, most companies I've worked for, none of them have asked me what you studied in school. They always ask me, what can you offer? Cynthia, can you build a website for us? Cynthia, if I give this artificial intelligence project, can you work on it? I don't know if you're getting me. That's where the world is going. The money I spent most times on digital skills, the money I spent taking online courses, the money I spent online is nothing compared to my school fees. I don't know if you're getting. That is to say that the world is moving from the offline market, from the regular offline white collar job, to the digital aspect. This COVID-19 opened our eyes to a lot of things. And I was so glad, because before now many youths still believe that first class is a criteria for living a good life, or owning a good car, living in a good house, traveling abroad and all that. But during this COVID-19 pandemic, people got to start thinking about their life. They learned that they have been whiling away their time. School is good though, trust me. Our school is good. School is good. Education is perfect. But you need to start thinking outside the box. Elon Musk is not the richest man in the world today because of what he studied in school. It's because of what he can offer. What can your kid offer to the world? What can your children offer at this? Most times when I interact with kids or my age mates, I tend to ask them, what do you want to be in future? And you see that most kids will still tell you lawyer, doctor, medical doctor, engineers, blah blah blah. Most of them still lack the digital. Lawyers have the digital. There's no field, there's no profession in this world that does not have a digital aspect. If you want to become a medical doctor, are you thinking of being a medical doctor in the tech sphere? I have a friend that is a medical practitioner. What he did was that he established his business online. He works at a private hospital, of which obviously they don't pay them well. So what he did as a substitute for his career, he opened a YouTube channel where he gets to tell people how you can take care of your health, do this, do that. And trust me, YouTube pays this man 10 times what his salary can offer him. Most of his videos have millions of views, and that is money. That is the power of digital skills. How are you equipping your kids? Do you want your children to finish? See, Nigeria don't care about us. So the country we are in don't care about us. So you are the country your children know. You are the one to care about your kids' future. Start inculcating in them the necessary skills. Most times when I watch TV and I see small kids that are abroad working on robotic projects, making massive great innovation, I check back to kids around me. All they know is play, play video games, phone games, and I'm like, which way in Nigeria? So you're watching this video now, your kid is really privileged. See, technology does not have emotion. Technology does not know that your kid, you're depending on your kid, that when you are done training your kids in school, they're going to come out, they'll start working, they'll have a good job, and they'll take care of their younger ones, or they're going to take care of your responsibilities when you're retired and all that. Technology does not have emotion. Technology does not know that you put so much trust on your child. When the technology is moving, you're either moving with it or you're behind the chain. You either move with the chain or the chain will leave you. Like, that's the fact. When technology wants to leave your kids in future and unemployed, they don't care how much you've wasted on school fees on them. There are lots of scholarships yearly for kids, for youths that are tech inclined. How are you thinking of getting your kids tech inclined? The topic is actually how equipping the African kids with digital skills can empower them to be successful entrepreneurs. So I'm not going to be, if the topic was digital skills, I was going to talk about many digital skills that you can get your kids started with. But this is how it's going to help them to be successful entrepreneurs. So let me not move faster than my shadow. So before I deviate from the main topic of today, this is a topic I love so much, and if you leave me, I'm going to talk about this for the whole day. But before I deviate, how equipping the African kids with digital skills can empower them to be successful entrepreneurs early. Okay, I don't think I'm that old, or am I that old? So if I'm successful at this age, I don't know if that would be early or not. Anyway, I wouldn't say that I'm successful until maybe my name is like Elon Musk, maybe the richest female in Nigeria, So maybe until I get to that stage, I can't really say I'm entirely successful. But for me to be talking to all of us today, I think I've been able to make impact in people's life. The only reason why I'm here talking to you all today, the only reason why I'm the one that have been selected to talk on this topic is because of my digital skills. So it's like for you to decide whether I'm successful or not. Right, but for those that don't know, Elon Musk is now the richest man in the world, and he's a tech guy. Digital skills. Please, don't feel that your kids are too young to enter into technology or to start coding or to be digitally inclined. If you go to Lagos, you see kids of 9 years, 10 years coding, and they're making it big time in life. Success means a lot of things to different people. To some people, success can be rated by the kind of cars they drive. To some others, your financial, that's the money in your account or your net worth, determines your success. Some other people, a happy family is their criteria for defining success. While to some others, maybe the house they have and the having a good job and all that. But I'm going to be outlining four good things that technology and digital skills is going to be doing for your kids, or it's going to do for your kids if they become digitally and tech inclined. So it's for you to determine if that is being successful to you or it's not being successful. One is financial independence. Digital skill is going to make your kids to be financially independent. Let me use for an example. A digital skill as common as graphics design. I use the word common because graphics design does not cost you anything. You can design graphics with your phone. You're not paying money for it. It takes at most an hour to design, So it's a skill as common as that costs about 2 to 10,000 naira. People design graphics for 10,000 naira. But let's say you're just starting out. You can design graphics for 2,000 naira. Just imagine your kid designs graphics for 10 persons a day, or maybe they're just starting out for 5 persons. That's 10,000. 10,000 times 30 days, that is 300,000. A kid that is earning 300,000 a month, is that kid not financially dependent? Let's use web design for example. People don't know that you can actually design website without writing a single code. You can design website. When I work on websites, most websites take me 3 to 1 week to design. I can design, if I put all my time in designing a website, I can design websites in 3 to 4 days. Now, I charge website design. The least I charge if I don't collect money from you, if you are my very good friend, is 50,000. Let's say I design 5 websites or 10 websites. Okay, let me use 5. Let's say I design 5 websites in a month. Is that not 50,000 times 5? That's 250,000. Wouldn't you say that I'm financially dependent? So that's one thing that your digital skills can do for your kids. It will make them financially independent. There are lots of digital skills, even video editing, as a skill as common as video editing. People edit videos for 30k and above. And the good thing about these skills is that most of them you do them with your mobile phone and your internet. All you need is internet connection and your mobile phone, and you go to. You don't necessarily need a laptop to do most of them. And they are earning up to 300k a month. Are you not financially dependent? So the choice is yours. The second one is impact. The only reason why I've been selected by my lover to talk to us this morning is because of my tech or my digital skills. If I was not tech inclined or digitally inclined, I won't be the one talking on this topic this morning. For me, I think that should be the main definition of success. Your success should be determined by the rate of impact you've been able to make. How many people have you been able to impact in their life? How many people have you contributed in their road to success? I think that should be the main criteria for determining success. And that is what tech and digital skills, that's an opportunity to give to your kids. To give them the opportunity to impact on other people, to add to people's life, to contribute in people's life. I've seen kids even kids as young as 10 years. Yes, when we did hackathon at Worry Codex event, it's just small children coming to talk about how they teach other kids tech skills. A child of 10 years is already teaching technology. That's what digital skills can do for you. And trust me, your network is your net worth. Each time I speak at events, I get to meet new people, and one way or the other, they always contribute in my life. They always contribute in my road to success. They always have a way of contributing in me moving into the next step. That is what tech skills can do for you. And let me use myself as an example. Let me use my family as an example. My mom, nothing gives my mom joy. Like whenever I tell mom I have a tech event or have an event I'm going to go and speak on, like she's always very excited. In fact, there's never a time I've gone to speak at an event that she will not say me, she will not get a new clothes for me for that event. She's taking that as her responsibility. She's not doing it because maybe she has so much money or because she so much loves me that she wants to get clothes for me, of which I think my mom loves me though, but I don't think that's why she's doing it. But it just gives her that joy that out of all the kids that are being called, or out of all the youths or the young people that are being called to talk on a topic, her daughter is being selected. That gives her a lot, and that is the opportunity technology and digital skills can give to your kids. It gives them the opportunity to impact in people's life. I don't need to talk about my age, but at my age, people, I have a lot of people that most times they send me message thanking me for the way I've impacted in their life. They call me a mentor, a coach, stuff like that. People that are way older than me, some even more financially dependent than me, and they look up to me. It has a way of making me feel like I'm on the right path. That is an opportunity that technology can give to your kids. It gives them, once, all they need to know is to know their onion. Once they know their onion, they will eat their suya. Once they understand whatever aspects of the digital sphere they're going into, people will look for them as experts on that field to come and talk on it. So that's another thing. The third one is going to be to tour the world. I do tell people the easiest way to leave this country now, the easiest way to travel around the world as much as you want, is to be tech inclined. Yearly, millions of dollars, I don't want to say billions of dollars, so I wouldn't be exaggerating, but millions of dollars are being pumped as grants and scholarships, and scholarship funds into technology. People keep on bringing money. Like, all you need all you need to do is have the idea, come and take this money and develop it. Most times this takes you around the world. Most times you have conferences to attend. Like there's one that yearly is Young African Leaders Initiative. It's also a global community I belong to. There is one that they are selecting now. All they need to do is they're asking for people that want to be traveling to South Africa for a conference to apply. All they need to know is go through your profile, look at your expertise. If they find you worthy to attend the event, your flight, your accommodation, your feeding, everything for your conference and for the number of days you will be in South Africa will be paid for. They do that also. Most of the time the conference can be in US, it can be in anywhere. So the only thing that makes you credible, or makes you credible to attend those events, is your skills. When they read your profile, what can you offer? Where do you command respect? So those are the opportunities that technology alone can give you. Besides, if you are not digitally and you're not tech inclined, you're not up to date, you wouldn't even know when these opportunities come out. So these are another thing that technology can do for your kids. Another one is self-employment. See, the rate of unemployment in Nigeria is very high. If you are not yet thinking about your kids' future, I want you to start thinking about it from today. Do you even know how much Nigeria is owing? With the way, first of all, with the rate of unemployment and with the way our leaders keep lavishing our money, you need to start thinking for your kids. Your kids need to start thinking. Don't depend on the government. Don't depend on white collar job, because these people don't care about us. And the best way to get rid of all those setbacks is to be tech and digitally inclined, because that is the future and that is the present. The rate of unemployment is more. People finish with first class. I have a friend that finished with first class in engineering, and today she's teaching in one secondary school in Kaduna. And this is real facts. The world does not, let me not say the world, because some countries still care about their cities, but Nigeria does not care about us. So you have to start planning for your kids. With your tech skills, you don't need to look for a job. It's okay to look for a job. Of course, who will turn down a job that pays over 800k a month? Nobody will do that. But when you have tech skills, even if you have a job, you know that even as you are working, you're setting a map, a goal for yourself, that I'm going to be with this company for just 5 years, get the money I want. I need to establish my skills. That's what technology can do for your kids. Study engineering. Don't say if they study a good course they will be employed. If they're employed, how much are they going to be paid? Please take your time later and check the list of the richest people in the world. Check list of richest people in Nigeria. Even check down to list of richest men and women in Delta State, and check if any of them has attained that profile or that level based on their secondary school or their university certificate. Entrepreneurship is the way. Business, being innovative, technology, digital skills. So you have to start making plans for your kids. This is another thing that digital skills can do for your kids. It will make them to be self-employed. And one good thing about the self-employment opportunity of digital skills is that it makes you to work from your home. Throughout this COVID-19 pandemic, I was working from my bedroom. I work remotely. I have my profile online. I run ads for my business. You place an order from my room, I make calls and it gets delivered to you. You want me to design a website for you, contact me. I do it right from my room on my bed. You want me to design graphic, everything. I was working remote. That's self-employment. And no boss, nobody is coming to tell me, come, why are you late to office, why are you not dressed corporate, why are you not this, why are you not do that. You become your own boss. It's not only solving the problem of unemployment, but it's also solving the problem of being moved around, or being commanded, or being underpaid. You become self-employed and you work remotely from your home. So these are the things that technology can do for us. If these 4 things I listed is not does not meet your criteria of someone being successful, then you have to maybe look for another skill for your kids that is not digital skills. But if when your kid is financially independent, impacts people, travel around, be self-employed, if that is a criteria for you to say that yes, when my kid has all this, I can say that they are successful, then I think digital skill is the best way to get started. Technology, because that is the future, that is the present, and this is where, and it's not just that it's the future and the present, it's going to be the future and it's going to be the present for a long time, because the revolution we are in now is going to last for a while. So I'm very glad that my lovers gave me the opportunity to talk on this topic, because this is something I always make random posts about them on my status. I keep telling people that the way the world is moving, you either move with us or we'll leave you behind. So I'm glad that she's giving you our kids the opportunity to start knowing all these things and start getting started. A kid in JS1, even a kid in primary 6 can design graphics perfect. Have you seen when these children are playing games, Subway Surf and all that? If you see the kind of energy they put in learning, if you see how well they play those games, you know that when they channel those energy into coding, or they know born coding well, coding will know that they are there. In Nigeria, we are not lazy. In Nigeria, we are innovative. All we just lack is a platform. I want to talk about this also. I still see some parents saying that your kid is not old enough to use phone. For what? People are making money with phone. Emanuela, the McAngel comedy. She's 10 years old. She built a house for her parents during this pandemic. She bought a car from McAngel at 10. What gave her money? YouTube. Is that not a digital skill? The time that your child will be wasting on, I wouldn't call it waste actually, the time they will spend playing games, the time they will stay, you are using to tell them that you are not old enough to use a phone. If you notice that they are being so so attached to game, they so much love game, move them into technology. Let them learn how to develop those games themselves. They can develop it. Just monitor what your kid is good at. They must not be, don't always push them to be a lawyer and a medical doctor. Money not even to do that place. Don't always push them there. If you notice that your kid is so funny that anytime he wants to crack joke and all that, move them into, open a YouTube channel for them. Let them run the YouTube channel, even if they're going to make a mistake. If they're going to make mistakes, because they're going to make a couple of mistakes, but at the end they can retrace their step and they'll be glad you gave them that leverage and you gave them that opportunity to leverage. Sorry about that. I don't know if you're getting me. So we should not hold our kids back. If you notice that your kid is this quiet type, doesn't like going out, I like being on my own, you should a bookworm. Those are the kind of persons that do so well in software development. Because when you are coding, you always have to be in a quiet environment, you have to be on your own, you have to think well. So if you notice that your kid is that reserved, try to enlighten them about software development. Do they want to go into that? Let them go and code and develop software for us. The person that developed Canva is software that is used for graphic design. I don't want to quote her net worth, but the last time I checked, I'm like, in a matter of how many years? So that is what technology can do for us. That's what technology can do for our kids. So I'm so glad that I have the opportunity to talk on this topic, and it's so sad that I talked on it using a pre-recorded video. I would have preferred if this was a Zoom call where I got to take questions and answers and take questions and answer all our questions. But I think I'm going to be leaving an opportunity for that. So if at the end of this video you have any question you want to ask, thank God we're using a WhatsApp group. Just drop them on the WhatsApp group and I will attend to them. Okay, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk to us today. Thank you, Imperial School. Thank you, my lovers, and thank you for everyone that organized this kidpreneur talk show. I don't know if I would call it a show though. Thank you very much, and I'm so glad to be here. I'm Cynthia Mama, by the way. Thank you.